I'm excited to announce that I've joined the Creator Accountability Network. CAN is a nonprofit dedicated to reducing harassment and abuse through ethical education in a system of restorative accountability. I joined because I care about the safety and well-being of my community members. If you feel my behavior or content has harmed someone, please report it to CAN, either via the reporting form on their website, creatoraccountabilitynetwork.org, or via their hotline at 617-249-4255. They'll help me make it right and avoid repeating that mistake in the future. CAN also needs volunteers from our communities to help with their work. So if you have skills you think would be helpful or time and a desire to help, please visit their website to find out how you can volunteer. Most importantly, get the word out to other creators that you think would be interested in getting credentialed. Please help us build safer communities together. All right, y'all, we're about to get into this. I am Brentley. This is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. All right. So there's this like weird 6-7 thing going on. I don't know if anybody's familiar with it. Apparently it's for like the young kiddos are really into it. And they keep saying 6-7 a lot. Right. And it's apparently it's been exposed. They figured it out. They figured out what it is that the kids are saying, and it's demonic. So yeah, we gotta check it out. And there's this guy. What the hell is his name? Hold on. Aaron Page. Aaron Page is got the 411 or 411 if you're a dork.
Of this chant is even more darker and evil than you can imagine. The truth about the viral 6-7 chant is finally getting exposed, and the origins of this chant is even more darker and evil than you can imagine. Okay, and what makes this even worse is that the rapper who created this chant set his mind to target children, and so by doing that, he placed a popular kid jingle into this song to lure them in. Okay, I want to show you guys exactly
to lure them in. That's right. He wants the kids. All right. I don't know fucking
what I'm talking about. I have a ton of videos to show you, and by the end of this video, it will all make sense. Okay, let's hop into this video, watch it, and react to it. Before we do me a quick favor. Hit that like button for the algorithm so that this video can reach more people like yourself. I truly appreciate you guys. Let's hop in.
6-7 is demonic.
No, that means nothing.
Smart kid. He's figuring it out early, you know. It's like, yeah, it's not a thing that means anything.
6-7, a meme kids can't get enough of and teachers can't get away from.
We are not saying the word 6-7 anymore.
Some schools even banning the phrase in classrooms.
You are no longer allowed to say, what number do you think I'm going to say?
6-7.
Every day.
You're not allowed to say these two numbers unless we're in the middle of counting. If we have just said 5, then it's okay. Any other time, not okay. God damn it.
The trend took off a few months ago, but has re-intensified with school back in session. Thought to originate from a rap song by Skrilla. Experts we spoke to say the numbers really don't mean anything.
It's like slang to...
I don't... This is how detached I feel from everything. I don't even know who the fuck Skrilla is. I've never even heard... Hold on. Now I feel like I gotta look him up. Do y'all know? Is it? Hey, everybody. How you doing? Got some people in the chat. What's up? Does anybody know who the hell Skrilla is? I've never heard. I'm going to look in there like born 2015. Like, whoa. Okay. That's, they were just born like a couple days ago. Holy shit. Let me see here. Skrilla. How the fuck? I don't know. I'm hoping I'm spelling it right. Skrilla. Is there a K? It's probably spelled weird, right? Oh no, there they are. Oh, it's not spelled weird. I got it. I found it. Okay. Skrilla, American rapper. Overview. Jamie Edwards, known professionally as Skrilla, is an American rapper from Kensington neighborhood of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He signed to Priority Records. Good naming with that one. Okay, I don't know why. That just sounds really weird. We'll name it Priority Records. Like, oh my gosh, Priority. How did you even fuck? That's genius. We're gonna be huge as a record. Like, wow. Anyway, sorry. Skrilla Wikipedia. All right. Oh wait. Oh my god. What's someone said? Born. Here we go, y'all. June 3rd, 1999. Okay, so he's not. It wasn't 2015 or anything, because that would have been weird. Skrilla is an American rapper. We already said all that. He's known for his release label Underworld. Wait, through the label Underworld and Zombie Love Kensington Paradise 2024. His single Doot. Y'all know that one? You know the Doot. How did you can't just say how is that's so weird. That's the name of the song is just DOOT with a space in between them. What the fuck? You can't just make up words for your song titles, man. All right? What the fuck? Anyway, I was gonna say, a neighborhood known. Oh, the Kensington neighborhood is chiefly known chiefly for its open air drug trade. Sounds like a fun place. His mother is Mexican and from Texas, while his father is African American and from Philadelphia. The two met in college. Why are we going on to his his parents? Like, that's the very next thing. It's like, here's how his parents met. Like, I don't fucking what? Why do I need to? Okay. Anyway, musical style. Skrilla's music is largely drill. I don't even know what the fuck a drill is. That's music. Drill is a kind of music. Is it really drill? I thought that's something that you do when you're making sure all the kids know where to go for a fire. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Anyway, mixed with rap, and he is considered a prominent figure among Philadelphia drill artists. That's an actual thing. Drill. Okay. His lyrics often discuss selling and consuming drugs, as do most. That's no, you're not getting any condemnation from me. I listen to punk rock. Okay, there's a poster back there that always has to get cut out anytime I go on any actually professional show. Like, every time I go on the Skeptic Haven, they're like, gotta take that out because it's a skull. Wait, can you see it? It's a skull biting on a syringe because no effects. That's why. Anyway. I don't know if you saw it, but so yeah, no condemnation from this direction. You know what I mean? But raging and rough edged with something swift and soulful about them. Anyway, fun. Okay, so I just had to figure out who the hell this person was. Sorry about that little detour there.
Make parents be like, what does that mean?
So it's just I love it. They're like, but what does it mean though? And it's like, what it means is it's fun to get parents to be like, what does it mean? And they're like, I am so confused right now. That can't be what it means. Okay, seriously, what does it mean? It's fun to drive our parents crazy, but they can't figure out what it means. That's it. No, that's literally it.
6-7 is a demonic chant that you guys have your kids involved with, and if your kids are doing it, you need to stop them right now.
What the fuck is that shirt, dude? Oh my god. Jesus saves. And he's got fire eyes. And he's saving a witch from a fire that gives off hearts. Weird. It's a weird fire. It was a Valentine's Day fire probably or something. I don't know.
This is Skrilla. This guy's the reason your kids are saying 6-7 from a song he made called Doot Doot. Skrilla is into demonic worship. He is a
I love it. I love that they had to say the name of this song. From a song, a terrifying song called Doot Doot. That just really takes the sting out of it, doesn't it? You know, that's like that. Oh, wow, that sounds very playful. Honestly, it doesn't sound very satanic or anything. You know, it's not like it's a 3-6 Mafia song or something.
Santero, he's into Palo Mayumbe, and the Tutu or 6-7 song is literally a chant and summoning the spirits that he operates in.
Nobody count to 10, y'all. You'll accidentally summon some fucking demons. Holy shit.
I do Palo. Santo.
What's that mean exactly?
Like, all that sacrificing goats and not just for like that's real life.
You sacrifice a goat.
Sacrifice goats, chickens, mice. Like I do for this.
Well, I mean, all animals that aren't really that. They're having chickens. Those get sacrificed all the time. Okay, you know, on farms.
Certain shit, though, like I'm not allowed to explain it.
Then take y'all in my godfather crib so he can show y'all something with my religion. Yeah, follow me.
It's funny. I'm actually doing I'm working on like a pre-recorded video right now. That this comes up in. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do like entire channels with the pre-recorded thing, or like, you know, like I'm really familiar with Fundie Tube, so I can like explain a lot of these people and kind of have knowledge about that stupid shit when I think a lot of people don't. So it might be interesting. So I was like, maybe I'll just go through the whole channel, or, you know, do each individual video. But that would be, I don't know. I feel like it'd be probably better if I just did each entire channel. But then you're worried about like running out. Anyway, this comes up though. It's this exact thing from this other that crazy girl. The girl that's like a child, but she's like scared of witches all the time and shit. It's her. She's got a video. Probably what this guy saw and then made this video, because he's kind of hitting all the same notes. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is, and it's not demonic. It's just it's a different religion. That's it.
So for the Legua, which is the path opener, Ogun, Ochosi, Shango, Aigayu, Ochun.
Yeah, like you can put bad spirits on people too. Like you can put
it's
the name and like the birthday inside the. You can put them inside the Agun pot. And then Agun like metal, like they can get shot, stabbed, something can happen to them.
So it would be something in metal that would.
I heard it from him. He's in Santeria. He worships demons and he summons demons into people to harm.
It's not Santeria. This was the earlier, earlier version of the belief system that is an ancient West African religion, you know, pagan religion, right? And Santeria, this is so weird how this stuff develops and everything, but Santeria was when it became like more westernized or whatever, and it mixed with Catholicism. So like Santeria is like partly this ancient, I'm kicking myself because I can't think of the name of the goddamn religion, but like it's not a word that I'm very familiar with anyway, but it's like half this ancient West African religion, and then half Catholicism, which is just fucking hilarious. But like they all think, of course, that it's like satanic, and because they had, it has like spells and stuff, kind of. But like you could argue that Christianity has spells and stuff, like in Jesus' name, like that could be an incantation, the fuck. What's the difference, other than it's just a different religion, one that we're familiar with, and so that seems normal. To where it's like, sacrificing a goat seems weird, even though, let's be real, the religion that the Christian religion came out of sacrificed goats and shit. That was like a normal thing they did back then. They were like, hey, you can't get forgiven by the evil war god unless you kill stuff. So, and then it just developed into like, a carpenter person.
People in specific, he worships Ogun and Yemeya, which number 6 is.
Okay, well, no, wait. See, now I gotta look it up. Ogun, because I'm sorry, I gotta know what the fucking name of the religion is. It's gonna drive me crazy. And I just looked it up the other day. So I was like, okay. Ogun, you said? Ogun, you said? God. Ogun is powerful deity in the Yoruba. That's it. Yoruba religion and other African. Okay, so now let's do that. Yoruba. That's right. Yoruba. That's how it's spelled phonetically. Okay. Oh, I guess I got to say religion. That's just also a people, I guess. Religion. Wait, Yoruba religion, also known as, can't say that. Too many lines over all the letters that I don't know what those letters mean. When you start putting like lines and stuff over them. Anyway, is a traditional African religion centered on the belief in a supreme being, Olodumare, okay, and a pantheon of deities called Orishas, who act as intermediaries between humans and the divine. Key concepts include Ashi, or Ashe, I don't know, a life force that flows through all things. So Star Wars, okay. And Ayanmo, a personal destiny that is believed to be chosen before birth. Christians got those too. It's called fate. Practices often include elaborate rituals. Christians do those too. Music, they even cut parts of their body off. It's a little tiny piece of your penis, but still, fucking weird. Music, dance, and divination. That's the scary word. Divination. Systems that it's like IFA, IFA, I don't know how to say it, to communicate with Orishas and seek guidance. Okay. Doesn't really seem very nefarious, if you ask me, but the supreme creator God considered to be remote and the source of all energy. Orishas, for the 401 or more deities, that's specific. Okay, or more. Okay, then what's the one for? Just say 400 or more. Doesn't matter. Deities who are intermediaries between Olodumare and humans. They are associated with natural forces, and it can include deified ancestors to ancestor worship. That's pretty common back then, and other historical figures. Yeah, we kind of went over all this. The divine life force, sure. Concept of predestined fate, yep. The spiritual head determines people's destiny. You're kind of just rehashing the same thing. Divination, the practice of using systems like Ifa, which involves interpreting patterns from objects like cowrie shells to communicate with the Orishas and understand destiny. So I guess that's like the dropping the bones and stuff in the bowl, right? And you're like, oh, look how they dropped. Man, that one means that you're going to get you're going to have a lover's quarrel. Yep. And then a secret crush will announce itself very soon here. Yeah. Can we write that down? That's for everybody born on these days. Anyway, it's a whole bit. That's what that is. Anyway, back to the fun.
Ogun in the song, and number 7 in Santeria represents Yemeya, which is exactly what he is saying in the songs, and now your kids are chanting it. It's a reason he used the baby shark theme. There's a reason that your kids feel it.
It's almost like one of the most famous and catchy. I know I hate it too. Okay. Everybody hates it. All right. But it's catchy. And you know it. I know it. The fucking sharks definitely know it. They're out there singing it in the water constantly, especially at their baby showers. Man, that's like the main theme at shark baby showers. You know what I'm saying?
Addicted and they can't stop saying 6-7. And in the songs, it's nothing but pills, drugs, and addiction. Jesus Christ could save
pills, drugs, and addiction. Wow, dude. You hit all the concepts just sort of layering over top of each other.
Witches and people out of witchcraft. And I pray that Skrilla
gets cars, vehicles, and things that get you from one place to another. It's crazy.
It's radically saved from witchcraft and santeria in Jesus' name, like many people are coming out of that false religion.
Okay, so Skrilla is in this religion.
Wow, that dude seems like he seems like he needs to relax. Okay, buddy. Just calm it down. Whoa, this guy's getting the divination right now. Oh my God, demons coming out of his face. I'm pretty sure he caught one of the baby shark demons. That's what that is right there. I knew it. I knew it. I can see it when it comes. Yep. And if you want to see it when it comes, that's oh, we don't do those anymore. That's right. I got booted, but here we're gonna, just for old measure, good measure, I should say. But yeah, that code doesn't work anymore. Apparently they don't do podcasts. Fucking sucks.
Palo Mayumbe, and this religion is extremely dark. Okay, now this article right here is talking
exactly. What's up, Brett? How you doing, dude? Baby shark. Well, let me say hey to everybody real quick. Then we'll get back into the nonsense as soon as I say hey to the chat. What's up, y'all? It's been a minute. You doing all right? I mean, it's been a minute for me. I feel like I'm just finally feeling like myself again. I'm dealing with some bullshit for a very long time, and I finally feel like I feel normal again. Like pretty much. No, I'm getting there. Almost totally normal. Trizilla won. Of course you did. How you doing? What's up? Hey, Gisela. Hey, what's up? Then we got Wasted Human. AJ. How you doing, AJ? What's up? Then we got Rainbow Ash. What's up? I didn't realize you had a 666. I'm only seeing, the way the names come up here with the @ symbol and all that, right? That's pretty cool, though. I didn't realize you had a 666 in your name. You should just keep that in your name, even when it's not your @ name, that whatever it's called, handle, even when it's not your handle, you should just pop that front and center on your name there. All right, who else we got? John, what's going on, John? Doing all right? Hey, comrades. What's up, John? What's up, comrade? How we doing? Then we got Stan Durko, 115. So, what's up, dude? Stan Durko. What's up, you? What's up, friend? I need pronouns. Honestly, I really, especially without being able to see the actual name and just have the. Anyway, Ryan, what's going on? How you doing? I know Ryan's pronouns. She is she and her. Good afternoon, neighbor Roonies. Good afternoon, neighbor Roonies. That's how you said it, right? I nailed it. I know I did. Oh, we got Brent. What's up, Brent? So weird saying hi to you because you have my name, but and I don't know a lot of Brents, to be honest. But all right, who else we got? Oh, and Gretchen. What's up, Gretchen? Doing all right? Good. Hey guys. Hey. All right, let's get. Did I miss anybody? Nope. All right, back to the Skrilla demon baby shark. How are all these things in the same goddamn? Never mind.
One who recently became like a priest for this religion, and I want to show you guys what it says. Okay, it says, as Yahweh, Rios is a newly ordained priest of an ancient diaspora religion brought to Cuba by Congolese slaves. From Cuba, it spread throughout the Caribbean to the Dominican Republic, Colombia, Venezuela, and later to the U.S. It's called Palo Mayumbe, and its dark rituals involving human and animal remains and even grave robbing.
Hold on. None of this is right. What is it? Because what I was looking up was saying it was like one of the oldest religions. Like it was like 5,000 years old. And they found artifacts from that religion, possibly like even earlier. So like even 500 years prior to that. I don't know the names of the centuries and stuff. I feel like, I'm going to have Dr. Kip like walk me through the different centuries and what they're called, because I feel like it doesn't stay. I've seen them like a billion times. My brain doesn't want to it just doesn't grab it, because you get halfway through with it and then it starts working backwards, and it's like the numbers start going from down to up and then up to down. If you cross this Central Avenue type of, never mind. But it's really annoying.
It's practiced in its extreme secrecy. Like another
it's like exactly how I said it. I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Afro-Caribbean religion, Santeria. Thousands of Latino New Yorkers are adherents of this syncretic faith, which involves ritual dance, song, and drumming. Okay, this is
see Santeria. Santeria was like I was saying. It was like it's when it combined. Kevin, what's the past tense of combine? Combined. Yeah, no, Compound. Kevin says it's compound. Are you messing with me? You're messing with me, aren't you? God damn it, Kevin. I'm serious, man. You're gonna make me say stupid stuff, and then act like it's normal, and then just shrug when you get because you're not on the camera. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you doing something stupid, and I'm gonna tell everybody about it. That's right.
Crazy. This part of the article is.
I forgot what we were talking about. What do we? God damn it, Kevin. How the fuck? Okay.
Talking about this pot that the rapper Skrilla was talking about in
the pot. That's right. No, but the pot. What? That did not help.
That interview about how you can put things into this pot and stuff like that. It says you want the spirit to.
You can't. I mean, that's called. That's called lacing. You lace the pot. That's a what? A different. I'm sorry, different kind of pot, like a cooking pot. My mind's somewhere else.
To keep you safe from a gun, to keep you safe from a machete, from a blade, somebody pulling out a blade.
All machetes. I would love to see that's like a spell you. No, I need to be kept safe from machetes. I don't know. I feel like somebody's going to come at me with one of those pretty soon here. So all machetes just need to turn to like brittle ice as soon as they get near me. You know. Guns and stuff, that'd be fuck. I don't know, but I didn't foresee those, so I didn't. I guess you have to include every single thing that somebody could possibly get you with. That sucks. That's a shitty spell.
Laid on you, so we implement all those things in the pot. And he says, Paulo, faithful believe that a spirit of the dead also lives inside. The spirit of Paulo communicate through ordained mediums like Rios, earthly items like guns or knives.
It's Apollo. And he trained Rocky, bro. Get it right.
Help the Palero channel these spirits and summon protection from them.
No, he's not a god. What? Okay, Kevin says that he's also a god or something. What the fuck? What are you talking? I mean, he certainly looked like one, right? Especially with those USA shorts on. Oh my. I forgot what we were talking about again. I just, I got an image in my mind. It just got me all distracted.
Passed through his door seeking spiritual cleansing. He offers spiritual baths with medicine herbs. Rios claims his prices are lower than any other botanicus. We know about botanicus because we know that.
We know Botanica. That's literally what I'm drinking right now. It's Botanica. Yeah.
Beyonce's sister had visited one, right? And Pastor, I think his name was Richard Lorenzo, when he was into witch.
Oh my God. He's talking about Richard Lorenzo. Why do I know all these people, man? What the? Oh my God!
Craft back in the days, he saw Beyonce's sister go into this botanica. This is the same type of stuff. Okay, this is crazy.
Okay, yeah, because Richard Lorenzo. There's any new people here that haven't been watching this channel, because at all, I guess, for the last like couple of months, I cover this dude like nonstop. He like goes to like witchcraft festivals and stuff, and just always tells them all that he was cured from an incurable disease. It's not that. It's a disease that if you look it up, it goes away on its own, and still is treatable. But anyway, so he tells people about that, and then he says that he was a dual inducted warlock, and he did the Santerias, and he did all the devil magic, and he worshipped crystals and all this other stuff, trying, I guess, to save the people from those evils, right? But he's a pompous asshole, but he's fun to watch.
Can I hold it?
Put your face into it and just see what it looks.
And then he's gonna turn into a cartoon man, and his eyes gonna be. I
got your soul. Everybody that puts this on, puts their soul inside of this though. You'll see though in a few days.
Yo. This is the guy that made the viral trend 6-7. He made that chant. He made the song that the chant is in. Oh
my God! I literally spit all over. I was not expecting that face. He was just like, "What? No, you can't. Not my soul." She was like so dead serious about it. Oh shit. Am I fucking shit up?
Yo. This is the guy that made the viral trend 6-7. He made that chant. He made the song that the chant is in. This is the guy, okay? So, and there's people that believe that none of this stuff is real, that, you know, he's just playing around, that everything's not demonic. Man, come on now.
I love he's like, that everything's not demonic. I mean, come on, dude. Okay. Some things have to be demonic. What about demons? Demons are demonic, right? I mean, I just can't have everything be not demonic. That's crazy.
You have to be blind in order to not see this. You have to really want to not see it. You have to be so set in your mind that you are going to,
or, you know, you could just be somebody that realizes that every single time you fucking Fundie weirdos see another person's religion, you call it demonic, because that's just what you do. I guess, you know, Paul started that trend in Corinthians or whatever, but still.
Be deceived by Satan and his devices in order to not see.
Yeah, exactly. The mask was good. So Stan gets it. He was, you know, me and Stan, you know, right there.
See that this is really demonic, dark, and you should not be diving into this or singing his chants. The children should not be singing his chants.
Okay, I don't dive into music because I feel like that would probably hurt.
And this is another trick by Satan by using music and sound to infiltrate people.
He just uses sounds sometimes. Like, and the toilet flushing. Well, yeah. Don't you want to go do crimes? There's that sound though, right? I use this sound to get people to do bads. To do bads, yeah.
And get them to say things that come from demonic origins. This is crazy, y'all.
So my kids, yeah, no, that word, you know, yep, that's the thing. It is crazy, like not rational, like you shouldn't think it because it's crazy.
Came to me a while ago with it, and they said, "Hey, our teacher said we can't do this. Isn't that dumb? It's a silly thing. Look, here's how it originated. Here's the memes." And so I went and I looked it up, and usually I can look up things and find their original source and see what's really going on behind it. And usually you've got a few crazy Christian conspiracists who are out there who everything's evil. And I thought, I'll find it. Nothing.
I love that. I love how they're always like, and these crazy Christian conspiracy, everything's a demon, idiots. But this one actually is demonic. It's got some demon stuff in it. I can tell. You know, you can feel it. You can feel it in my heart. I feel that this one is a not a stupid conspiracy thing that those other weirdos think. It just this one's legit.
Nothing came up. It was just, yeah, it's a simple, funny thing. It's from this song, and then this reporter did this, and then this TikToker combined the two, and now kids it's a funny thing they do. I was fine. All right, whatever. I don't care. Just don't do it around me. This morning I woke up and
just don't do it around me. Okay. I will punch you in the face. I don't care. I don't care how young you are. You could be a fucking 2-year-old. I will.
I saw a video that wasn't just conspiracy, that wasn't needing, well, if you take the 6 from this word and you add it to the F from that word, you know what I mean? True conspiracy, crazy stuff. This one was just, hey, here's the guy who sings the song.
And he believes a different religion, therefore demons.
The song got popular at the beginning of this year, and then it got really popular when an NBA player said his height was 6'7", and then somebody made a meme and put them together with a highlight reel.
That's like a really short basketball player. That is weird, you know. How did he even make it into the who picked that guy? You know what I mean? Anyway.
Skrilla is a self-confessed member of the Church of Santeria, or the Church of Satan. He worships ocean.
Or that. Yeah, or that's the same. It's literally half Catholic, dude. What the fuck?
And Ogun and the gods he participates.
And that's wrong. It's not Santeria. It's the one that I already forgot. I already forgot what it's called. Yoruba, right? Isn't that it?
You can go find his.
I should have left it up on the screen. It's like a thing, you know.
Live, you can watch him on podcasts and interviews. He sacrifices goats and chicken and mice, depending on what the sacrifice is what he says. And he does.
Depending on what the sacrifice is, Yeah, I'd imagine if you're sacrificing something different, then it would be different from the previous thing that you're not sacrificing. Right?
Does it so that he can have favor in Hollywood. And he talks about, since he's really dedicated himself to this, since he's begun to put blood oaths into it, his career took off. Now here's something really fascinating. Why does a guy who presents himself as a hardcore thug rapper, where the song is only about 2 minutes long, and it is about...
Okay, hey, punk rocker here. Let's not be too hard on short songs here, okay? I mean, I'm gonna get mad. All right, I feel like I don't know a single song that I listen to that's like over 3 minutes.
Sex and drugs. That's what he's singing about. And by the way, if you listen to the song, I don't recommend it. Like, go in with a lot of prayer. But
as Marilla said, I think my gas mileage is 67,000. That's like a brand new car. That's actually nice. That must be nice, huh? Must feel good. Mine's at like 400 million. Anyway, I'm a demon. I'm a demon.
If you do, it just sounds like he's honestly speaking in tongues. You can't even understand him. I had to have subtitles to understand what was being said.
Oh man, fucking kids these days and their mumble rap, right?
But he's speaking about drink and drugs and sex.
Did he just say drink? He's singing about drink. It's drinking, drinks. Because this drink, you say you dropped out. You didn't complete the word, but it's fine.
And then halfway through the song, he does the baby shark thing. Now,
is there a thing? They have a thing that you do?
Tell me, why would a rapper who's got this hardcore persona, who's singing about things that are very mature,
singing about dudes and also about dudes? So watch out. Watch out for those dudes and the other dudes.
Whatnot, throw in the middle of his song the baby shark thing.
It's super catchy, man. Have you heard that song? I'm not gonna sing it. I'll probably, because then I'll just forget everything I'm doing. Just start dancing like a fucking shark.
Unless you want it to appeal to an audience. And now,
what's up, David? How you doing, dude? What's going on? So I like to write a song longer than 2 minutes. Well, it's hard. Okay, it's hard, especially if the beat is very fast. Like that 90s speed punk, like the Bad Religion type. That's my kind. That's the kind of punk I like.
Our entire country has our kids doing this thing and shouting the words out.
Doing this thing.
Pastor, you're being one of the psychos. You're being somebody who's over obsessed with things. Right? 6'7" is just where he's from the city he's from.
You're being one of the psychos, Pastor. And yes, he is. But that's just because, he's a pastor.
Really? So it has no connection to the god Ogun or the god Tamara, who he says he worships, who he says, if you go in, I forget the name of the bowl, but you put a name with a birth date in the bowl, anything you want to happen to that person happens to him. He goes shot, stabbed, whatever.
Okay, but you could be like caressed, kissed too, right? This can go both ways, right? You don't know. Maybe he puts his friends in the bowl that he's like the wingman for. He's like, I got you, bro. Fucked. It's gonna get fucked. There you go, buddy. Yeah. Now, who's got your back, bro? That's right. I'm actually going with you to the club too. We're gonna make this happen.
Satan is crafty. He's crafty.
Is he witchcrafty? Oh.
Okay, we got to stop acting like Satan is.
He said, "Okay," like he heard my joke. Okay,
some naive angel that does not have the ability to lay out his plans in this world.
What's wrong with Yuri? He's a phenomenal drummer. I'll have you know. Okay. And his head's a little bit big and he looks weird, but he gets all the chick. He's a chick magnet. Okay. Yuri is a fucking chick magnet, bro.
In effect, the things that we see in here.
That was a deep cut. Nobody's gonna get that. I'm like, oh, like 2 people got that. Nobody got that.
He's the God of this world, right? He's the God of this world. And
well, that's unfortunate for your God. Isn't he the one that made this world? Dude, how do you just get knocked out of the running? But when you're the one who made the world, some other God just takes over.
And he is effectively placing people in certain positions to get his things done. And all of these little gods, all of these religions, Santeria religions,
these puny gods,
all of these religions, Orishan, Yoruba, it's all demonic.
I don't know what the no. See what I mean? It's all demonic. Other religions, they come from like other countries where they have other cultures. Evil, demonic. Okay, they need to be they need to be shut down. Okay, and dragged out of here by like some secret police or something. We should get some secret police or something, to drag them. Oh, we got that. That's right.
Worship, demonic idol worship. That's all it is.
But you still think it's just an address. You see, why am I speaking this? Because one of the things that was said to me this week, and I've been...
Okay, Gretchen did get it. Good job. Yeah, Yuri's the drummer of MXPX. They've been like on I have like different channels on YouTube, and one of them is like a music, like punk and stuff music, right? And for some reason, like MXPX has been like crazy trending lately. I don't know why. And that Mike Herrera, the lead singer of MXPX, he is the bass player of oh my god, now of course I can't think of it. They do the song Superman. That's a ska band. They do the song Superman. Fuck me. Okay, you know what? It's gonna say Golden Eye, Golden Finger. One of the goddamn movies with that James Bond dude.
Trying to decide how to reply.
It's Finger. I remember now.
Was Pastor, it's not our job to condemn. I'm not condemning anybody. It is my job.
It kind of sounds like you are. Okay. And I don't really like your opinion about the Baby Shark song.
As a shepherd, to protect those who come here to learn from me and understand. And so I'm telling you.
They're clapping at that. Okay. Wow. This is an easy crowd. I should go do stand up for them,
I'm telling you that when artists, and I'm going to name them, like Taylor Swift, Beyonce, who has come out and said, when I take the stage, I take the form of Ocean, which is the goddess of fertility and sex, which, by the way, goes back to Egyptian Bel worship. Follow it. That's where it's originated from.
It's just African, right? Like it's just an African thing. Where is okay? My geography is terrible. Where is Egypt as it, like which side? Is it the west side? Is West Africa like where Egypt? Anyway,
says it. Billie Eilish. Go watch one of her videos. I mean, don't. But
I mean, don't. You better not. Okay, but if you do, because like I did, but you don't, I did. But it was a moment of weakness. It was just really for research purposes, so I could tell you guys not to watch it. Because I mean, I would say her hair is too green. Okay, that's not natural. All right, I don't think it's natural.
There's more demonic imagery in there than you'll find in the book of Satan. I mean, they've stopped even hiding it.
Hold on, did he just say the book of Satan? Is that a book that we have? Kevin, do you have the book of Satan? Apparently it's a picture book.
And for us to pretend that we cannot be double-minded, more demonic imagery in there than you'll find in the book of Satan. I mean, they've stopped even hiding it.
What? Yeah, he did say, he's like, you'll find demonic imagery in there that's worse than the book of Satan. The coloring book version that has all the pictures.
And for us to pretend that we cannot be double-minded and yet participate in that culture.
What's up, Dan? How we doing, man? There is no hate like Christian love. Goddamn right. and fear. Those two things kind of coincide, it seems.
Throughout the week and listen to that music and watch those shows, but then come here and try to have a heart that's worshiping after God, that's filled with the revival of the Holy Spirit. Friends, we have been...
See how they do this thing? They're like, oh man, if you go out, and I feel like this is why they have to have, service every week, and sometimes twice a week, if you go on Wednesdays, because they're like, you're going to go out and start to be normal. We can't have that. No, you need to come back here and feel bad about enjoying a music video. Yeah. And then feel good. And then we get you to feel all bad for watching a music video. And then we will deliver you from that bad feeling that we caused by providing you the forgiveness for the thing that we made you feel bad about.
Greatest deceived of all. And so God has put it on my heart for the rest of this year and going forward to not speak from a place.
Dude, do y'all know what he's talking about? Like, is there actually, was that just an off statement that there's like the book of Satan? Or is there, Damien, you would know, is there a book of Satan that has pictures or what? What's going on there? If so, I need to get that for my coffee table. I have really great coffee table books. Oh, y'all don't even know. Okay, I'm about to go grab. No, I won't. But I got some really good books.
The fear and don't buy from that company. Then you can't buy.
In fact, I just added. I will show you this one. Kip Davis's book. So, see that? That's by Dr. Kip. I call him Dr. Kip. We're like that, That this is me. The pinky's me. That's him, and I think like Josh Bowen or something, right?
From them, you can't do that. But to speak from a place of wisdom, a place of knowledge and understanding that says, where I do know about something, then I'll deal with it. Right?
What? I mean, that'd be a good idea. Knowing about stuff and stuff. What the fuck is happening? I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. I was thinking about a book or something.
Wisdom. A place of knowledge and understanding that speak from a place of fear and, don't buy from that company then. You can't buy from them. You can't do that. But to speak from a place of wisdom, a place of knowledge and understanding that says, where I do know about something, then I'll deal with it.
Where I do know about you must not be doing a whole lot of dealing now, do you?
Right?
Because I don't feel like you know about much,
As I'll speak with my children here, because I haven't even spoken to them yet. This was 5 o'clock this morning, and the Lord said, I want you to speak against this. And
what? You want to speak against your children? God, I feel bad for your kids. Don't like the Baby Shark song, kids. It's got demons in it. Too catchy. It's too catchy. There's no way a song can get that catchy if it's not written by demons. You know what I'm saying? And sharks are mean. They're mean. We shouldn't be thinking about baby sharks anyway. They bite. They bite. And it's bloody and stuff. They kill people sometimes. Yeah. That's more than rappers do. Sharks. You know what I mean?
Even if it's not. Even if I've got this wrong. But the guy who sang it, this is what he follows, this is what he prays, this is what he believes, and I know that there is a spiritual realm and a spiritual world. Then
no, you don't. You think you know, but that's not the same thing as knowing.
Why would I even want to get close to the edge of it? Just stay away from it.
What?
Right? And I understand.
Why would I even want to get close to the edge of what? The demon songs? Like what? I don't understand. He's like, this is not fear. We are not afraid, but don't listen to the guy that mentions the Baby Shark song because you'll get a demon, right? Stuck in your face. Like it gets stuck, and then you can't get it out, And then you got to go to one of those churches where you go, why they touch you and talk to you like you're a weird child or something.
And the argument, well, you can make that argument about anything, and then you do nothing. You would just sit in a circle of other Christians. No. I'm not telling you to sit in a safe little circle of Christians. I'm telling you to go be in the world, but not.
We're against safe spaces. Okay. So no. We're not going to do some safe trusts. No. Fuck. That sounds woke. Okay.
Of the world. You can go be around where that stuff's being played, but you can choose not to play it. You can choose not to have it in your house. You can choose not to have your kids listening to it. You can make those choices without it being and affecting you.
No, I don't have the coffee table book that turns into a coffee table, but I feel like I need to get that. That sounds fucking awesome. Is it like is it a massive book, or does it do a Jetsons car kind of thing, you know, or it just keeps folding until it's huge, you know?
We need our pastors to be bold.
Oh my God, I forgot you were here. Your face has been here the whole time, but holy shit, I forgot you were there.
Bold enough to call this stuff out. Bold enough to say there is a lot of demonic things taking place, and we want no parts of it.
There are a lot of demonic stuff, you know, taking place.
And this is why this brings up a good point, because celebrity pastors, certain celebrity pastors will look past this and turn a blind.
So bold. He's so bold. See, I added an extra syllable to the word bold. There's absolutely no other vowel in that word, but he's so bold. Bold. I like getting an extra O in there.
Blind eye to it.
It's that fucking Southern shit, you know? We add syllables.
Because they don't want to condemn certain people in the music industry because they're friends with them. They don't want to condemn what's going on in the music industry because they're a part of it. Because they're willing to do songs with them. They're willing to...
I'm sorry, I got to go back. I wasn't listening.
They don't want to condemn what's going on in the music industry.
Oh, they don't want to condemn what's going on in the music industry, which is, and you're like, oh, are they taking advantage of people? Are they making them work like slave labor, basically, while, you know, taking 90% of their profits with these 360 deals so they just get fucked from every direction? No, it's what? No, none of that. It's well, there's demons in the songs, you know, and they're spreading them out and everything. Like, really? That's what you're mad about? That's what you're condemning?
Because they're a part of it. Because they're willing to do songs with them. They're willing to do records with them for money, right?
But they get fucked from the money. I'm telling you.
We know they out there. It's crazy, man.
we know they're out there. I know. Okay.
There's a separation. There has to be a separation between us and the world. There has to be
Well, it's going to be kind of tough. Yeah. I mean, you could just stay up in a helicopter, I guess, you know. But that's probably you're gonna run out. You're gonna have to land at some point, you know. If you'll or get this, Elon Musk, he's got these rockets. Okay, they're trying to go to Mars, and
separation. And so what if Skrilla does a song with someone who is another
Spotify? Wow, dude, that's why I've heard. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know why all the artists stay on Spotify. I'm sorry, I'm responding to a comment that said, or a chat that said Spotify pays artists like 32%. 32%. What the this is a problem with capitalism right here. Okay. They make all of their money. Like, if there weren't those artists, there wouldn't be that Spotify. It would not work without them, you know? And I'm pretty sure it was just, they weren't paying anybody at first, if I'm not mistaken. But then they were like, hey, you're going to get sued, you know? And they were like, okay, fine. How about 32%? We'll pay that, you know, of the millions of dollars. And they're like, are you serious? After you pay fucking Joe Rogan the $390 billion or whatever the fuck you pay him, pay us more money. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, a lot of bands do, like, not boycott it, but they're like, please buy our stuff too. Like, buy our, and don't buy it from Etsy. Come on. What the other people making our clothes? No, buy a shirt from the actual band's official website, and make sure official is spelled correctly. Okay, goddamn it.
Artist that's doing a song with a Christian artist, and that Christian artist is trying to break into the music industry, the secular music industry, because he says that he wants to.
The secular music. Oh my God, it just brings back memories. Do you listen to secular music?
I'm not allowed to listen to non-Christian bands because you get demons. You'll get demons, you know. Especially if you hold the CD up to a mirror so that you can read what it's saying. Because it's all backwards. It's all backwards, and you can't read it. And then you gotta hold it up. Then you get a spell. A spell.
Lead people to Christ.
I'm sorry, that went on too long.
He wants to bring God into that industry, until he wants to bring Jesus into that dark industry, right? They say I'm on this noble task to bring God into this industry. Now we're all mixing.
I'm bringing God. What? I'm bringing God into this.
Wants to bring Jesus into that dark industry, right? They say I'm on this noble task to bring God into this industry.
Oh, okay. Bring God into the. I thought he said ministry for some reason. Like I said, they're on a noble task that he doesn't. He clearly. I mean, I'm judging by the tone. I don't think he thinks it's noble. Like taking Jesus or whatever. Secular, right?
Now we're all mixing music together. We're mixing demonic music with godly music. I'm telling y'all, man.
What?
It's a dangerous world. It's a dangerous road. Okay. We can't. And look, man, I get it. Sometimes there's songs that I want to listen to, but I'm like, I know that person is evil. I've done videos on these people.
Oh, you think many are masturbators? Okay. Well, I mean, I just think that's when you jerk your dick, right? That's what masturbators are.
I've seen videos about this person. I can't listen to it. I can't listen to any of their songs because I've seen what they've done. I know who they are. I know they don't know.
You've seen what they've done. What the fuck? First of all, how do you do that? You mean like you just hear it and you're like, I can see it. It's like that movie Frailty, where he has to put on the magic gloves, and when he touches them, he can see all the evil stuff they've done. Is it like that? You listen to the record and you're like, oh, I can see every evil thing they've ever done. Just a lot of drugs and sex, really. But the consent is something that's sort of a problem with that guy. That's for sure. Okay, you're probably going to get canceled at some point here. Me too. You know what I'm saying? But
they don't serve my God. They don't believe in Jesus. They mock Jesus. They worship.
How dare they? They mock Jesus.
Their gods. They do things that are opposite of what Christians should be doing. Why would
they do stuff that's like the opposite of what Christians do? What the fuck are you talking about, man?
I listen to their music. Ephesians 5 says, have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness.
They do like the opposite
but rather expose them. It is shameful even to mention what the disobedient do in secret. Think about what Skrilla is doing, right? He's talking about sacrifice.
What? Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness. Deeds of darkness could be like that. I feel like that could be a pretty solid metal band, Deeds of Darkness. So yeah, we are Deeds of Darkness. Here we go. It's good. I can't do the double bit. It doesn't work.
Sacrificing animals.
It's hard.
So he can get some
drum noises are hard with your mouth. Okay, it's not. It's not as easy as it looks.
Some type of favor from demons. That's shameful. It's something disgusting that he's doing in secret. But everything exposed by the
wait, you see, you can see
light become
you see what he's doing that's shameful in secret. You're like, I can see him, Matt, like we were talking about earlier, mass debating to guys, like other guys. And like really, they're all wearing leather and stuff, and there's a lot of whips and chains involved. It was I didn't need to have to think about that, but that's why I don't listen to the music. I constantly see like gay BDSM stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, can't handle it.
Was visible, and everything that is illuminated becomes a light. This is the world that we live in. And sometimes I'm like, man, there's a lot of exposing happening. There's a lot of demonic things being exposed.
What? How do people? Okay. There's a lot of exposing, and then a lot of demonic stuff being exposed. Okay, what the fuck are you talking? You mean you're just like seeing demonic stuff that you label demonic everywhere? Is that what you mean when you're saying expose? They love using that word exposed. I'm going to expose the darkness. Really? They're like, yeah, that's right there. Everybody look. I'm pointing to it. See? Well, that's it. I kind of exposed it. I'm out of here. Then it looks like my job's done.
It's almost like every other day, something else comes out. This person is diving in witchcraft. Kim Kardashian said that she used.
They're diving in witchcraft. Okay, what, dude? Why do you use the words you use, man? It's just they're odd choices. That's all. You know,
psychics, right? It's a lot of exposing being done, okay? And it's just showing who really belongs to God.
Oh, we get in a Tool fight, and the Tool fans are crazy about them. Dude, it's like, I'm never like, you talking shit about Tool? They start slapping their legs, getting into a karate pose. You're like, no, I didn't say anything about Tool. I'm sorry. I was just, they're fine. Fine. I'm like, they are amazing. Okay, that's cool. You want to learn how to do wrist control? Check it out. You just grab the wrist like this.
And who doesn't? It's showing who is lying about what they do, who's trying to manipulate, who's trying to deceive.
The religious people. And it's like they're not even trying. They're trying to convince people to eat an undead carpenter ghost, or pretend to eat an undead carpenter ghost that they think was torture murdered by the loving God and then flew away into the clouds. And you guys believe it? Yeah, it's the Christians. They're doing all that deceiving. And unfortunately, you've been victimized by them. Okay, all right, what are we at here? This is why I left Christianity. Oh, nice. Oh, I love these. I love it when people deconstruct and then deconvert, and then Christians go say that they're stupid and that the reasons that they had for deconstructing are bad. And it's like, really, you the Christian that's still a Christian thinks the guy that deconstructed and deconverted from Christianity has stupid reasons? Really? That's crazy. Who'd have thunk?
In the middle of the garden.
Already liking this dude. In the middle of the fucking garden. Who puts trees there? Who puts trees in the middle? You line the sides, you fucking dumb god.
Makes no sense. Almost 20,000 likes. Wow. Let's hear it.
When you really reason on the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden and their first moments of life getting put to the test by their creator, the story doesn't make sense. They got in trouble for seeking knowledge?
What, you're just going to blow right past the woman being made of one of his fucking ribs? But no, you were saying that the story doesn't make sense. Sorry, go on.
Huh? God put the tree of knowledge of good and bad in the middle of the garden and told them not to eat from it. Why? He didn't say why. He just said, in the day you eat from it, you'll...
And the why is because I said so. And we all know that we all listen when people say that.
Die. Why? Them knowing right and wrong was bad? That doesn't make sense. How...
Okay, well...
Wait, what?
But you'll die. Why?
Wait, I'm sorry.
Told them not to eat from it. Why?
Why?
He didn't say why.
He didn't.
He just said, in the day you eat from it, you'll die.
On that day, you shall surely die. Guess what didn't happen that day? They didn't die. But what Satan said was true. Because Satan was like, hey, if you eat of this apple, or not fruit, whatever, you'll become like God, knowing the difference between good and evil, which they did once they ate it. Because they're like, oh, Now I get what good and evil is, because now we did the thing we're not supposed to do, and so that would be now. God, see, I didn't have a concept for what any of that meant prior to me eating this thing. Yeah, well, all right. Well, there's a flame. There's a lightsaber angel telling us we got to leave now. Let's go, guys.
Why? Them knowing right and wrong was bad? That doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, let me.
Them. Okay, I hear it now. So them knowing good and evil was bad. God didn't want that, even though he put. Is if you don't know what good and evil is, good, I'm assuming for what they're talking about, is following the instructions of God. But if you don't have a concept of what good and evil is, you couldn't know that. You couldn't even know what good is, right? Because they didn't know. And so he puts the thing in the middle of the thing. He's like, don't touch it. I want to see what they're going to do. Like they're fucking rats, you know? They're experiment rats and science experiments or whatever, you know? And they're like, they did it. They did the thing I told them not to do. Even though I put the tree right in the middle of the garden and told them not to eat. I said they could. They're capable, but don't. You can, but don't. Okay? Now it's there for you to eat, but don't do it. Okay? And they're just like, I'm very confused. Why can we can, or we can't? What?
I'm going to be pausing in between because I can't remember everything that he's going to say. They knew knowledge.
They what, man? What? They knew not knowledge.
God has.
Oh yeah, just so you know, this guy will stop speaking, and it'll just be dead air for really long time. So just so you know, it's not your, it's not your feed or anything. It's just him. It's not your feed that screws up. It's his brain.
Perfect knowledge of everything. Adam and Eve were in relationship with knowledge. They knew knowledge.
They were in. What are you doing? You're like testing out like poetic language, but on your YouTube channel here. Why are you saying it like that?
Anything that they wanted to know or could have imagined to ask or to seek, they could have found that in God.
But how did they know that they could know about knowing stuff? I don't know. Do you know? I don't think you know.
But they chose to be disobedient, and
she chose to be a bad little rib lady and go eat that magical fruit anyway because of the talking snake. All this happened. It's real.
To seek knowledge outside of the one who has perfect knowledge of everything. But here's the thing with this.
First of all, how does he know he has perfect knowledge? That I feel like that's a fair question. If you are all-knowing, how do you know that you're all-knowing? Because I feel like there have to be some kind of external knowingness for you to check whether or not the everything that you think you know is the everything that exists. Do you ever think of that? Yeah, I know. That's a guy was a stoned guy telling me that
video.
It's pretty good.
Because my worldview is obviously, as a believer, as somebody who holds the Bible to be true, because it is. Obviously, your worldview is
okay. So Genesis is poetry. It's literally. Oh, I thought you were saying like it's literally truth. It's not. It's I got you. Literary. Wow. Anyway, I said literally. Now I can't read the fucking. But anyway, yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? That it's poetry. It's like on the first day, like it's set up like a joke. You know how like jokes is like, oh, the first time they went here, and then they describe something, and they have to do it like 2 or 3 times, and then the fourth one, it's different. It's funny, right? That it's set up a lot like that, right? But yeah, I mean, it's like on the first day, I fell in love with your eyes. On the second day, I fell in love with your soul or whatever the fuck, you know?
It's not the same as mine. So my arguments are going to be based in the Bible.
I don't think you're going to make any argument. What is an argument? Just, why don't you just give me the formulation of just what is a syllogism? Let's go from that. Yeah, you know what that is?
Whereas yours is going to be based in your own understanding. But that's just the truth. Adam and Eve, they knew knowledge.
I'm sorry. Adam and Eve, they knew knowledge of knowing stuff that they knew. Okay, so, there's no excuse, right?
And they were disobedient. They knew right and wrong.
No, they didn't. That's why it's called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Do you not understand your own fucking book, man? Holy shit.
They knew right and wrong.
No, they didn't. Not until after they bit the apple. That's why it's called the knowledge of good and evil.
God is right.
Shit.
He's always right. He's perfect. He can't be anything other than right.
Oh my God, that's so sad that you think that. Yeah, no, that's not true. But like, I could see how you have to read the Bible with that kind of like filter in your brain, to be able to read the Bible and be like, God's still right. You can beat your slave. There must be a mysterious way type of situation here that makes it moral to beat slaves. But God's right. He's right. That slave probably deserved it. Maybe all slaves. Hold on, I'm not gonna say that. But
because if he was, then that would be against his nature, and God would be a liar.
So, okay. Yeah. So if he was, good God, it's just amazing. They just say the stuff, and it's like, do you think about the stuff you say? Do you think about the stuff that's coming out of your head, man? So you're saying God's nature is just always telling the truth, right? Imagine if it reminds me of like a MAGA person. Trump's nature is truth. That's why he named the thing the Truth Social or whatever, because everything he says is true. Trump is incapable of lying, mainly because I will never believe that he's lying, ever, even if it's easily checkable. Almost like in the fucking very first verse of the very first book of the Bible, when he says, on that day you shall die. And they don't. Not a lie, though, somehow.
So they knew right and wrong. Anything apart from what God told them, any deviation from God himself.
Oh, shit. Oh, I forgot about that. Gretchen said, you should do an update on the rapture talk. Grifters. Curious to see what they're doing now. They're all gone. No, they're like, I'm just going to pretend that I did get raptured. Maybe I can convince some people that some people got raptured and they got left behind. Okay. They got to wait for those fire breathing Jews and the horse bodied, scorpion tailed, bat winged, women hair, human face, lion teeth, wearing crowns for some reason. I don't know what the fuck these things are, to come around and sting everybody for like 3 months. And then other stuff, a 7-headed dragon or some shit. Anyway,
was wrong, and they chose to deviate.
What's up, Jess? How you doing, Jessica? What's up?
So they were exercising.
It's like you just woke up. It's like fucking what? Do you sleep at you sleep at wrong times?
The free will that they had. And they chose to be disobedient when God told them specifically what not to do. It's not like it was a setup. Like he said not to do it, and they did it.
Oh my goodness. The Big Nick. What's up, Big Nick? How you doing? Wait, are you the Big Nick? Oh my God, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I don't know which hand I'm supposed to. I'm a big fan, Big Nick. Okay. And you are great at finding demons just everywhere. Anyway, he's saying they were immortal. They died as a result of eating their fruit. No, they didn't. Then why did he put a time limit on it, man? He said, on that day, you shall surely die. Why fucking mention the day? If you're like, on that day, you'll someday die, because now you're capable of dying. Because, you know, on the day that you do die, that's the day I'm talking about. It's the one that you do die. That's why I said day. Why the fuck would he say day, man? Because he lied. Because it's not a perfect book written by a perfect God. It's a book written by people about women made of fucking ribs, talking to snakes. Come on, man. Snap out of it, okay?
But let's continue.
The knowledge of what's right and wrong.
I know you're like, I'm supposed to think this, though. I know. I was there. I was supposed to think a lot of stuff, too, you know? And I can tell you, it's super freeing to let that shit go and actually do what you think you're supposed to do instead of everybody else going, you're supposed to be what we want you to be, you know, be, and then sing songs like, I want to be less of me and more of you. That's some cult shit, man. Why can't you be you? Why not? Why do you got to be somebody else? And then it's like, oh, well, who are you being? Jesus. And who's Jesus? Whoever the fuck the person that's got the desire to control other people says he is. Because that's how they operate.
It's not guaranteed that you're going to do wrong. Having the knowledge is not the bad part. Now, the doctrine that I was raised on is that that tree represented God's right to decide what was good and bad, what was right and wrong. But if he made these creatures with free will, they could always decide what was right and wrong for themselves. They didn't need the tree. Now, if eating of that tree gave them the ability to decide for themselves what was right and wrong.
Is that when they got the free will? Because, like, you know, and I mean, it goes back to like the story in the I'm sorry, it's like lemon juice in here gets me every time. I'll start talking like I got a bubble in my throat. But it goes back to like when the first fall, whatever, right? I always wondered about that because they say like Satan, did he have free will? And if that's the case, what happened? Because everybody will say that like, oh no, the angels don't have free will. Is that because of the Satan situation? Because he blew it for all the angels, you know? So God's like, that's it. No more free will for you guys. Okay. You are automatons now. All right. Did I say that right? Automatons? I don't know. Anyway. But I don't know. I don't know how that works. But how does that work?
Did they have free will to begin with? If they couldn't beforehand? If they had the free will to disobey God by eating the fruit, then they had the free will to decide what was good and bad anyway.
Yeah, that is actually a fair point. Did they when did the free will come into the situation here?
And God said in the day you
you know that part about the like Satan falling from heaven and all that and getting kicked out of it? That's not in the Bible. That's not in the Bible at all. It's like alluded to, or people claim that it's alluded to in a couple like wacky verses, but like it's not. I think it's from something, I can't remember if it was the book of Enoch or something like that, they said it was like from, anyway, not in the Bible though. Satan getting kicked out of heaven, not in there.
Eat from it, you'll die. They didn't die that day. They were gonna die regardless, or else God wouldn't have made a tree of life to block them off from. It doesn't make sense. So,
well,
I love how he just interrupts himself. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. He's right. He is right.
I mean, that's the interesting point. A lot of what he's saying is very confusing because it's just like it.
Yeah, you're like, I got nothing. I don't, you know, interesting questions and stuff. There's nothing I can do to help this guy. I'm actually more confused than I was before. I just believed in the rib lady talking to a talking snake and stuff.
The arguments are so muffled. He said they didn't die that day. God made Adam and Eve, and he said, let us make man.
Yeah, let us make. Because God's non-binary. Oh, I said it. What? What are you gonna do? Huh? You gonna get all mad and make it so there's no universal bathrooms at movie theaters?
Our image. And that's what he did. He made mankind.
Not universal. Family bathrooms. That's the one they use.
In his image. Male and female, he created them. So they're equal. male and
what? I don't think that's what that verse meant, man. Really? He's like, that means they're equal. I mean, he said he created both of them equal. That's how you get to that. That's not a non sequitur. Your face is a non sequitur. That's what your mom's face is a non fucking sequitur.
female. Yes, Adam was the first of his creation from a human perspective.
Hell yeah, dude. Stephen King is better literature. Fuck yeah. Have you been watching the It Welcome to Derry? Whoa. That show breaks all the rules right away. You can't. I was like, oh, they're not allowed to do that. They did what they're not allowed to do. Oh my god. Wow, shit. This is officially scary now because I never thought I'd see that image ever.
And that's significant because men have a leadership role.
Ryan, what's going on, dude? What's up? Everybody's here. What's going on?
But that doesn't mean that we're better than.
I'm sorry, I'm not even listening to we got the Stephen King thing. That threw me. Hold on. Thanks a lot. Who was it? Who said the Stephen King thing? Oh, Dan. God damn it, Dan. This is all your fucking fault. Kevin, why did you make Dan say that? No, you told him to say, fuck you, Kevin. It's cool, Dan. I know it was Kevin. Don't worry about it.
And that's significant because men have a leadership role. But
okay, I forgot that I forgot what was happening. And then the Kevin Dan thing threw me.
Of his creation.
What? Hold on. Sorry.
So
that's time I'm going
they're
back.
equal.
All right, here we go.
Male and female. Yes, Adam was the first of his creation.
So therefore not equal, right? Because, first equals better. I don't know.
From a human perspective. And that's significant because
from a human perspective, what?
Men have a leadership role.
So they're not equal, even though you just said they are. Jesus Christ. How do people contradict themselves like 4 seconds, not even like half a second after they say a thing?
But that doesn't mean that we're better than. We are equal. That's why the Bible says he created them male and female.
So, okay, so we're not better. We're equal. We just redefine what that means. Okay, so equal means that you got to do what I say because I'm actually the head of the household and you can't ever hold dominion over me and ever teach. You can't even teach me stuff, lady. I do the teaching here, bitch. Okay, yeah, but equal though. But equal.
Anyway,
Jesus.
He said that it was good, and he said that we are made in his image. So
this is meaning stuff that's gonna be a point that I'm making next after the point that I currently
When you say that they didn't die,
hey, Anarchic Fox, what's going on, dude? What's going on? It's good to see you, man.
That day, they did die because that righteousness that they were born with, that died that day.
What? Fuck. What? What? So when God said, on that day, you shall surely die, he misspoke. He meant on that day, your righteousness, it's out of here. Okay. No more righteousnesses for you two. Okay. And that's basically death, by the way, just so you know. Oh my God.
That died.
Like usually when I end a thing, it's just he messes me up all the time. Because like usually when I end a thought, I do it very specifically so that I can hit the button. And as soon as I'm done talking, he starts and he'll just sit there. And then I'm like, oh my God, did I not hit the button? Brett, what the fuck?
Righteousness died that day that they were born with. That's why God said that's good.
When did he say it was good? Nothing's good. God didn't. What?
Because they were good when God created them.
Holy shit, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Are you okay? No, you're not. You're not okay.
They were good. And they were righteous.
No, nobody said anything about that, man. This is you inferring all of that. You're just literally just making stuff up and then just injecting it. I wish people would read, like, imagine if people did shit like this with Lord of the Rings. That shit would never make sense. Like, no, it's because of it's the righteousness. The trolls actually were, they just lost their right. What it's like fucking. How is it that in these stories they just get to make up so much shit?
Because they were made in his image.
What?
But when they made that decision to be disobedient, that righteousness died.
The righteousness is what is it? It's living. They have living righteousnesses. The concept of righteousness was alive, and then it died. Could you make less sense if you tried? Holy shit. Like, you're literally proving this guy's point, like, even further than what he was doing, man.
That's why there had to be a reconciliation plan in place to atone for that sin.
Right. He had to sacrifice himself to himself in order to convince himself to save the world from himself. I get it. I know. We've all been there. You know what I mean? Can't forgive somebody unless you kill a carpenter.
To bring us back into that righteous standing. But once again,
what?
Different worldview. I understand that. I'm just trying to offer my 2 cents. Let's continue.
Well, your 2 cents don't make any. Okay.
Satan.
That was good. Can we clip that? Let's clip that out. That was good. Yeah. High five to me. That was good.
He didn't lie. He said, you're not going to die. You're just going to be like God, knowing good and bad. And they did become like God, knowing good and bad. But the thing is, if they were made in God's image and had free will, they already could decide what was good and bad for themselves. They already were like...
But they didn't know what it was, like, as a concept, I think is what it... Like, they could do the good and bad thing, right? But they weren't aware that was a thing. Like, if you set somebody down that has, like, free will or whatever, and they just popped into existence, right? They just started, like, they don't know that they know they can make choices, right? That there's a good... They don't even know there's a good and a bad. They just know, like, oh, I can do stuff that I feel like doing. Right? But they don't know there's bad stuff they can do and good stuff they can do, right? They just know they can do stuff, right? Now they might touch a stove and be like, bad, that's a bad, don't do that, that's bad. But it would be bad for different reasons, because it's not. Because this is what I mean when, and they're saying like all morality stems from that decision, right? This is where it, and you can see like it's based off of two people excuse me, by themselves in the garden, and nobody else is around. And what makes it bad is God said not to, and they did it anyway, right? So good and bad is just loyalty to what they think their God wants them to do. And they expect that of other people, when most of us don't think that's what morality is. When we think of morality, we think of like not hurting other people. You know, and they're like, well, my God tells people not to do that. So it's kind of the same. No, it's not. Okay. But because then it just has nothing to do with anything. That's why they're like, you can't listen to a song with the baby shark guy, with the fuck, because of a different religion has 2 numbers in it that Jesus. And that makes it evil. When that has nothing to do with human behavior at all. Nobody gets hurt from saying 6 and 7. There's no actual fucking demons, and it doesn't hurt anybody. Like, that's why it's just like when they say, they're like, well, where do you get your morals from? It makes no sense, because like they think morals is like, it's immoral if you draw a fucking pentagram on the wall. They're like, oh my God, that's an evil shape. An evil shape? What? Why? Because demons or something. I don't know.
Like God. And you know what's funny is it's not like this God couldn't.
Yeah, but they were like God. They weren't God.
They were like
God. They weren't God. Obviously, there was.
What did he just say? They were God. All three of them. They were all the same. They were all that one God. What?
It was still a maturing process.
Hold on.
They were like God.
You know what's funny is it's not like this God couldn't.
Yeah, but they were like God. They weren't God.
What is he responding to? Like who said they were God? Did he say that? Because I don't think he said that. Did he?
Themselves. They already were like God. And you know what's funny is.
Okay, so he said like God. So weird, dude. Does this guy not listen like at all? He was like, they were like God. He's like, but they were like God. Yeah, dumb fuck. That's what he said.
It's not like this God couldn't.
Yeah, but they were like God. They weren't God.
Oh, God.
They were like God.
Yeah, that's what he said.
They weren't God.
Nobody said they were.
Obviously, there was still a maturing process that had to take place.
Obviously, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, that's more than clear. What are you talking?
They were like God. They were made in his image. The image.
Yeah, well, maybe Santa did make the universe. You don't know. Okay, maybe that's why all the planets are round, because those are Christmas ornaments. You ever think of that? The bulbs. You know what I'm saying? That's that's why planets look like that.
Is not God. There's a difference. So yeah, they have free will. They had free will, and they chose to exercise that free will
that they didn't really understand that they had, but okay.
Apart from God. And they chose to disobey. So I don't really.
Again, I don't know. Well, I guess I was going to say, I don't know if they know the concept of obeying. They were just told not to do a thing, you know, and then they went and did it anyway. Because of that free will that God gave them the ability to do the stuff he says not to do, but they're not supposed to do the thing that they can do, but they're not anyway.
I don't know if I'm understanding the argument here.
I don't think you are either. You know, I'm as lost from your argument as I think you are for your own arguments.
Give a list of things not to do since he did it centuries after that. If they were made in.
I like this guy's temperament, man. He's the appropriate amount of frustrated with these stories.
God's image and had free will, they already could decide what was good and bad for themselves. They already were like God. And you know what's funny is it's not like this God.
I know, he's a saint. He's a saint. That's why it's so weird when Christians get all bent out of shape because they're like, too much Santa, not enough Jesus. It's a saint. It's still Christian. Okay, he's just a magical Christian saint with reindeers and sleighs and fucking, I don't know, you can slow down time or some shit. I don't know.
God couldn't give a list of things not to do.
Depends on the gospel that you're reading and the author's intent for what they want people to believe about Santa. So you got to go to Rudolph 4:17 where they really break it down.
Since he did it centuries after that.
He did give the list though. He said don't do that. He said don't partake of that tree. It was like don't do that. Everything else, cool, solid. Just don't do that.
But I mean, look, here's the thing too that I always, of course, my little kid brain. Like, I remember thinking about this. I remember wondering, like, if it's before, like, we don't know how long that was, right? Like, we don't know how long Adam and Eve were supposedly in this garden, right? It could have been for thousands of years. We don't know, right? I don't think time was really a thing back then, right? When God was just like, I don't know, I'm going to try stuff. I'm going to make it. Like, and they said that like a day is like 1,000 years to God, right? So what if they were just in there for thousands of years and finally they wandered around, totally forgot, you know, about that rule. And they're like, which one is that? We're just eating apples today. And then God's like, hey, like, well, God, I forgot about that. It was like literally like 10,000 years ago. How am I supposed to remember that? And what's this fucking talking snake doing here? And why is he telling me to do the thing that you said not to do? What were you trying to confuse me? What am I, fucking Pinocchio over here? Huh?
He gave Moses the 10 Commandments. He gave the Israelites the law. Oh, now you want people to know the difference between right and wrong? Now you want people to know what displeases you and what doesn't? What is wrong with you?
Tons of mice is here. What's up, dude? My third wife knows how long it was. Oh, bazinga, gotcha.
You're dumb. If this is an all-knowing God who embodies the understanding of everything because he made everything from start to finish, you would think he would come up with a better story. If he inspired these writers to tell the story of what happened in the beginning when they weren't there, you would think he would come up with a better story that actually makes sense.
I agree. I feel like it's really good evidence, especially with the talking snake and stuff, that it isn't true, you know? But, you know, but I will say that a lot of the fundies and whatnot, they don't think it literally happened. Like our friend here in the chat, saying that it was just like, it's just a literary, I still can't say it. I'm not going to try to say it. It's literature. And so it's like poetry, and it's not true. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what the point of it is then, if it's not like, it's like, no, here's where everything came from in song form, or like, you know, in hip hop bars, right? That's like, what good is it then? Like, so it didn't actually come from that? No, God made stuff though. He just, you know, we just don't know exactly how he did it or anything, but evolution is a lie. All right.
Not to mention the fact that he never gave this test to the angels. Not once. And that is so insecure to make creatures that are supposed to be your crowned achievement on the earth and immediately test their loyalty. Hey, do you like
it is quite insecure. Like, it feels like a Trump move, you know? I'm just saying. This, you know, that he's just so insecure. It's like, hold on, I don't think that they actually do love me. People that love me do exactly what I say. That's how I'm going. That's how I, God, choose to define love. Okay, they don't do it. They look like they're going to do it. Let me put a talking snake down there, and that'll encourage them to do it, just to make it a little bit more rich. They did it. God, why I shouldn't have put the snake thing there. That was stupid. Probably should have put that in the torture dimension that I made specifically for that snake and not people, even though there's people in the torture dimension and Satan is here on earth for some reason. I don't know, you know, God's like, fuck, where did I put the demon? Oh, she's on the earth. Now she's eating the apple. Fuck. Whoops.
love me? Make sure you don't eat from this tree that I'm gonna put right in the center to tempt the hell out of you. That's so dumb. Like, after leaving Christianity, I'm like, how did I ever believe that this was fact? That this made sense? It doesn't make sense because they made it up. The Israelites, the Jews, whatever you want to call them, they made it up. And because of the Roman Empire and man's desire for control.
I mean, that's Old Testament, but okay. Got the first part right, I think, with the Hebrews, although wasn't it based off like an earlier it was like, what was it again? Where's Dr. Kip? God damn it. But you know, it was like an earlier Mesopotamian thing. I don't know, mythology, whatever.
It just spread everywhere. And now I can't speak to my own family because of that?
Oh yeah.
Hebrew Roman mythology? You know why it might feel like
I love that. He's like, now I can't even talk to my mom anymore. Okay, because I get the feeling, buddy. You know, it's okay. I know. It's all right. You're just gonna have to go find another mom. All right, they're a dime a dozen. Okay, you guys, they just go to like L.A. I feel like they probably got moms, right?
The world is ending because people are waking up.
That's a real pain right there. We hit on the part that
what
Hebrew Roman mythology? You know why it might feel like the world is ending? Because people are waking up.
That's a real pain right there.
Oh, the world is ending. Got it. Okay. What is the real pain? That we feel like the world is ending? That might just be an American thing, given, you know, that It is kind of ending, but just in a slow motion train wreck kind of way where it's just can't look away.
We hit on the part that is the real pain right there, is the family portion of it.
No, we didn't.
That's the real pain.
First of all, that Satan wasn't invented by the time that Job, by the time that Job, the story of Job was written. That's not Satan. That's a different thing. It's a different entity. It is Old Testament. It's probably, it's like it's Old Testament. So they didn't have Satan. He was like the accuser or whatever. Or the adversary, I think is what they call him. And absolutely was God torturing Job. It was not the adversary. The adversary didn't have any power. God was the one with the power. And his whole thing was testing to see if he would curse him or not. And so he tormented him on purpose with his God power. And, but he still decided to worship him because he's an abuse victim. And that's how it works a lot of times. That's why, those people that stay in those abusive relationships and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And then they still tell you how great their partner is or whatever. It's a situation like that.
Listen, we don't have to go down this line because we go down this path almost every video like this. These deconstruction type videos, we go down this line of thinking every single video. But
it's kind of built into the concept, man. Like, you don't have to watch deconstruction videos, dude. You can just not watch this. Like, every single time we watch these deconstruction videos, we see people talking about their deconstruction. What the fuck is every time? It's crazy.
It is worth noting that the one consistent theme that you see in these individuals who are deconstructing or are just left completely,
them not believing anymore. Watch that actually be it. Watch it's like they stop believing. That is like the through line there,
You do see some sort of pain or religious trauma associated, related back to a person.
I love how they can basically make it like they don't have to ever accept that as long as they encourage people to be as abusive as possible, which the Bible does. I mean, it literally says if you don't beat your kid, that you hate them, right? So it's got the abuse kind of, the religious trauma, it is built right into the religion, right? But as long as they make the religion as abusive as possible, well, then you got a built-in reason why everybody leaves, don't you? Well, they just left because it's so abusive. They were clearly like abused by the fucking, but now I never have to accept the fact that maybe it's actually just not, it's abusive and false. Maybe, because those two things can be true at the same time.
Some sort of influential person in their life did them wrong in some way, shape, or form as it relates back to the Bible. You do see that. That's very
I totally forgot I had the comment up there. Sorry about that. Let's that was my bad. That was on me. I wasn't like not that much of anyway.
Person in their life did them wrong in some way, shape, or form as it relates back to the Bible.
What?
You do see that. That's very consistent.
Wait, sorry. What?
Their life did them wrong in some related back to a person, some sort of influential person in their life did them wrong in some way, shape, or form as it relates back to the Bible. You do see that. That's very consistent.
So here's what I always want to ask these people when they say this. If someone was like, man, I left Islam and I don't believe in Islam anymore. I think that belief system isn't true. Would they say that same thing to them? Would they be like, who hurt you in the Muslim religion? Okay, like who? This is no, you're not mad at the religion. You're mad at a person, buddy. What happened? Okay, what did they do? What'd they do to you? Huh? No, they would never do that. But for some reason, that's good enough for their Christian beliefs, you know?
And I'll just offer this and I'll say it again and I'll continue to say it.
You can just say stuff, dude. Like, this is your show. You don't have to say that you're saying stuff. We're quite aware.
You know, what you're doing is not bad. Going through and dissecting the scripture and trying to make sense of it, as you say, that the story of Adam and Eve makes no sense. That's not bad. I actually...
It's not something he's saying. Like, it literally... I hate it. It's like one of those things where he's like, no, it just doesn't make sense to you. No, making sense is a thing, and it literally doesn't make sense according to logic. You know, it doesn't make logical sense. It's not a individual thing. Okay, just doesn't make sense. That it shouldn't make sense to anybody. And if it does, well, then that person doesn't understand what making sense means.
Encourage you to do that. But instead of going through it from the lens of, I'm trying to figure out everything that is wrong with it, and I'm trying to figure out how I can justify my own unbelief.
God,
why don't you go in it? Why don't you enter into reading the Bible
and just decide that it's perfect and right, and just read the Bible with that kind of mind. Just decide that everything in the Bible is totes awesome, and you know what? You're going to prove it to yourself as you read through it because of confirmation bias. That's why. That's because you decided a thing, and you're like, I'm going to find the evidence that I'm looking for. Yeah, oh, but there it is. There it is. I totally proved to myself the thing that I decided was true before I started doing this.
From the posture of, God revealed to me the truth within here because I don't believe it. But if it's true, then...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Esmeralda said, it's giving, oh, you must have issues with your dad because you're trans. Yeah. Because you can't be trans if that didn't happen. God, that's like one of their main beliefs too. It's like, oh, something happened to you when you were younger.
And I want to know what the truth is. Go into it with an open heart as opposed to a closed heart.
See, oh my God, this is great because look, this is another one of their little tricks that they do. Go into it with an open heart, you know, which is they're asking you basically when they're like, just go in with an open heart and just ask, like, cry out to God. They'll do that a lot. Be like, just cry out to God. And you're like, so I should just act like I believe it's true? Yes, exactly. Yes, just act like you believe it, okay? And then you'll realize that it's true. It's fake it till you make it, okay? You know, just start acting like it's true. And then one day you're like, you know what? I think I'm right about the thing that I've decided to pretend is true. Or whatever. Like, it's so absurd. But like when you start doing that, it literally alters the way you think about stuff. If you start to behave like something is true, especially if you got like pressure, which is another reason why they always get people when they're like going, you know, they're like down and out looking for like a community. Because they're like usually like after a divorce or I don't know, something bad. They got addicted to drugs and shit. They're like, man, I had to get away from all those people that encouraged me to do all those drugs. And so you're like, I'll go to church. But like, and they're like, hey, we got the solution to your problem. But that's why they do that, right? Because they can be like, hey, you know, they're vulnerable at that point, and then it's easier to fuck with them, you know? And it's easier to be like, just pretend like it's true. And they're like, okay, whatever. Will you guys be my friends? So I can not hang out with all the crackhead people that keep stealing my wallet? Okay. No, yeah, I can pretend it's true. I can. I mean, it is true. What? I stood up in the service and everything, and he said he saw me. So he said, I see you there, sir. When I stood up. And so, thank goodness. You guys are going to be my friends. I'm like, we will be your friends. But you have to do everything that we say. Remember, you said you're going to live by the book. Well, we know the book better than you. So we get to decide everything you do. You're a Republican, right? Okay, we'll take you down. We'll take you down to the registration place. Get that switched up. Okay, I know. Crackheads are always Democrats, you know. Anyway,
because if you're just looking for things to justify your belief system,
Deep state, what's going on? I didn't even see you there. When did you get here? Hell yeah, what's up?
You're going to find it because your brain is going to create pathways in order for you to achieve what you're trying to achieve, which is a further stance of unbelief.
Holy fucking. No, I'm cool. I'm all right. No, it's good. No, I'm bringing it down. That's what you do. That's what you do. It's like he was a Christian and then he figured out against his will, because you don't think he wants to hang out with his family, huh? You don't think he wants to be part of the community? You don't think he wants to have his mom and dad proud of him? You know, you don't think he wants any of it? You don't think there's any motivation to think this shit is true? No, you think he just wants to feel, he just feels like he wants to just not believe it just for whatever, you know, just for bullshit reasons. No, it's because he actually doesn't think it's true. Because it's fucking not. It's like so obviously not. Sorry, I'm getting worked up here.
So that's what I would say. Let's continue.
From this stupidity.
This dude is so well, let's just go. I guess just hit go. Let's click go. Okay.
This is bullshit. They're waking up from all Abrahamic religions. It's a little slow for my taste, but I appreciate the amount of people that I've seen wake up from this garbage. This shit is...
You gotta wake up from this garbage. I love this guy's voice. He sounds great.
Silly. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. The God of the Bible is the problem. And what's funny is y'all are talking about being saved, but he's saving you from himself. It's just like when Trump is supplying bombs to Israel, then acting like the world and the Palestinians should thank him for bringing peace to the Middle.
Dude, they got videos of them, man. Dude, Israel, look, that Netanyahu dude, he's got videos of Trump in Epstein's house with the emails, dude. Emails just came. Like, we were wondering, like, why is Israel just able to do whatever the fuck it wants? That's why. That's why they gotta remember the Russian P video. It was Israel. It wasn't Putin. Although he probably has some too. Trump's compromised, like, big time. We're fucked.
Least. What? America and the UK.
They are. What's going on, dude? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a minute. Doing all right?
They made.
I gotta go on a TikTok and do another one of those conversation things. That was fun.
This project of Israel, because of the Bible, might I add, Israel and America have been the major sources of strife in the Middle East. They're the cause of the lack of peace. And now they're like, hey, pat me on the back, give me a Nobel Peace Prize because I brought peace to the Middle East. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. I love this guy.
You know what would bring world peace? When America falls. Oh. That's what'll bring world peace.
Busted. Yeah, well, I love those Apostate, but that was a, you know, what do you say? Whoop, whoop. I don't know the thing. I'm not good at being the hype man. Never mind.
The UK too. Actually, matter of fact, any colonization nation fall. When they fall,
the fall of the colonization nation. That sounds like a punk. That sounds like a punk album. I don't think it'd be a band, but it sounds like it could be a fucking Subhumans album or some shit.
Then the world will have world peace. And what's funny is the Bible says that's when God's going to destroy everything. So it sounds like God's just a white supremacist.
He is. But that was a hold on, we gotta hear that again. That was brilliant, dude. Yeah, this guy's a fucking genius, dude.
When they fall, then the world will have world peace. And what's funny is the Bible says that's when God's going to destroy everything.
Okay, and just to be clear, what he's talking about is Revelation. And the one thing that everybody's afraid of is too much getting along. Way too much getting along. And it's funny because it's one world government. You can't have one world stuff, you know, one world religion, one world government. No, it's over. And I've heard people talking about, I can't remember who it was, but somebody was like, see, it was just like at the very beginning, right? People started getting along. And what do? They start building the tower, right? Like right at the beginning in Genesis, right? Or Exit? No, Genesis. Yeah. They just start building the tower, and God's like, no. Too much getting along. I don't like this. No. You know what? I'm going to make different races and then make them all hate each other. Boom. And then they can't talk to each other, you know? And then from then on, racism. That's right. That's the origin of racism. Racism is actually what created race. So, according to the Bible, right? And then he does it again in the Revelation portion of the Bible.
So it sounds like God's just a white supremacist. I don't know. Or a male supremacist. Either way, he's not real. And the whole thing is...
And those aren't mutually exclusive. In fact, 9 times out of 10, it's both.
Stupid. From start to finish. When you...
Either way, he's not real. Brother.
Did he just do that voice? Hold on.
From start to finish. When you...
Either way, he's not real.
He did. Okay. Either way, he does have a really impressionable voice. Like you just what I do is what. Yeah, I get it. I get it, big guy.
Brother.
Bro.
Listen.
Bro. He like spins the chair backwards. So you're deconstructing. Well, you know. What happened? Oh my God. See, this is what I'm saying. That's been playing the whole fucking time. He just sits there. Not saying anything. God damn. How did you? I don't understand.
Either way, he's not real. Brother. Listen.
Listening. What do you got to say? Wow, you're not even beginning to start acting like you're gonna say something. Are you gonna anytime now? Let's go. Come on. Oh my God, this is so long. Why are you taking so long? Can you say something? Otherwise, I swear to God, I will fucking. Oh my! What are you faking me out now? Are you messing with me? You're messing with me.
Very entangled argument.
Christ.
It's hard to unpack because it's just so much like.
He's like the only one I can get away with doing that bit. But it's fun.
You know, like I said, we're made in God's image.
Prove it. Or provide evidence or something. Or provide reason. Anything actually. Why should we think that's true? Go.
Male and female.
Okay, that's I see where you're at there. But I'm pansexual. Both males and females and non-binary folks and everybody in between. Actually that, it's probably your best evidence for God. But I think it's just because, I'm biologically predisposed to enjoy sex.
Equal. Made in the image of God. And he said it was good. Because it was good. And you know what?
Oh shit, you guys blocked. Okay, somebody booted him already. God, we cannot keep fundies here, can't we? They start going on. Yeah, well, the N-words are just like, whoa, hey. Where'd the N-word thing come from? What are you doing? Like what? They're up on the screen. Why are you guys acting all weird?
Very interesting to think about. Like, it still is good. It still is good if you think about it, because
hey, we are DNA. What's going on? What's up? Oh, it's we are DNA. The Fundie. That they got, they came back in We Are DNA form.
Even with everything that happened, even with the first human in Adam disobeying. And I listen, some people say it's on Eve, it's on Adam. Like Adam, God made Adam first. That's significant.
Oh, is it?
Men have a leadership position.
I thought you literally were just saying that they were equal. So
here on earth, we do. Whether you like it or not, that's the way that God designed it. I put it on Adam. That was your property out eating apples, dude. Okay, you own that lady, all right? And her father passed. Well, that whole thing. Normally, though, fathers give that piece of property to some guy that they're cool with, and that's the transfer. It's the transfer. The leader of that situation, you were supposed to lead your wife in the right direction.
She wasn't. They were brand new, man. Like they didn't literally. Like they were like, "What are you brand new?" Yeah, they were brand new. Holy shit!
Right. And honestly, was it really that hard to follow what God said? Was it really that hard to follow God?
Was it really that hard to just not put a fucking tree they're not supposed to eat from in the middle of the fucking is it a forest? Garden? Are gardens where does the garden end and the forest begin? Just conceptually. Kevin doesn't know. He doesn't fucking care.
Now I can say that as somebody.
I don't even know why I ask you stuff, dude.
Somebody who's in this position, right? I could say that. And even in my own life, the simple things that I know that I need to do, I don't do. Why is that?
What? What is he saying? I don't do the stuff I'm supposed to.
I could say that. And even in my own life, the simple things that I know that I need to do, I don't do. Why is that?
Because of the woman made of a rib being convinced by the talking snake to eat the magic fruit, of course.
Why is that? The things that I know that I shouldn't do, I do those things. How come I do that?
Yeah, because maybe there is no supposed to do anything, dude. We're organisms that manage to figure out, or that managed to develop to be self-aware on a rock flying through fucking space, dude. So maybe there's not any supposed to do anything, right? So maybe your just brain's going, that's something I probably should do. And you're like, I don't feel like it, because I'm not actually really supposed to do anything. This is just some fucking capitalist nightmare of a system that I got born into so that some CEO piece of shit can have way more money than everybody else while doing like 0.00001% of the work. That's why. I don't know what he was referring to or anything, but I just feel like that's probably what it is.
You know what I mean? But even in all of that wrestle in
Amber, hey, what's up? Did I say hey to Amber yet? What's up, Amber? How you doing? Say, is the Big Nick game developer who crashed out over trans people being too sexy for his pants? Yes, he was. Specifically, the pants. That's what too sexy for my pants. Is that what that's what you were? Oh, we're old, aren't we? Yeah, we know stuff that the kiddos wouldn't know. Like, what the fuck is that? That couldn't possibly be a song.
That fight between my flesh, I still seek God, and I still want to bring him glory, and I still want to bring people to Jesus Christ.
Why? Oh, that's right, because you'll be tortured for all eternity if you don't say the stuff you're saying right now. And then there's another verse that's like, but you gotta mean it though. So you're like, okay, so I'll say it, and then I'll figure out how to fucking mean it somehow. Shit, it's gonna be tough. They're like, don't do it because you have to. Do it because you want to. Like that's true brainwashing there, dude. Once you get them to be like so afraid of the torture dimension that you're gonna make them think they want to do all the stuff they obviously don't want to do. Holy shit. That's event horizon of Christianity,
So we still are good, because even in all the mess, God is still getting the glory.
What point are you what point do you think you're making? Okay, hold on. No, let me back up one more time. I really want to get this point.
We still are good.
We're still good.
Because even in all the mess.
All the mess. Got it. Even with all that damn messiness.
God is still getting the glory. See
what? God is still getting the glory. No, that's fine. That logically follows from what the other stuff you said.
The purpose of
do you got to think? Do you got to start thinking of things to say before you start talking?
Why we're here is to glorify God. That's the purpose. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people think that that's egotistical, or it's God is just full of himself. But here's the fact.
He wants people to worship him, man. How many people do you know that are like, I'd really appreciate it if you worship me? Maybe say in Brent's name, in Brentley's name, every time you like ask the air for stuff, or whatever, like, and sing songs about me and be like, your grace is enough, whatever, like all that's fucking insane, man. Who would ask for that? That wasn't like some sociopathic narcissist.
God is worthy to be praised.
He is a glory hawk. That's right. Yep. That's exactly the word I would use.
He deserves the glory, regardless of if he ever created us or not.
What? Hold on. Sorry.
To be praised.
That
is just full of himself. But here's the fact.
The fact.
God is worthy to be praised. He deserves the glory, regardless of if he ever created us or not.
What? Even if God didn't create us, he'd be worthy of praise? Why? Isn't that sort of part of your whole thing? Okay. And this is interesting too, because like it's just fascinating because they're like, oh, God is worthy. And it's weird because like part of like the brainwashing that gets you to like stop being yourself and start being whoever the hell somebody else wants you to be, that has convinced you that their religion is true and that's gotten you to live by their interpretation of whatever, them like really drilling in your head that you are not worthy is a big part of what allows them to get that control, right? It's that breaking down of the spirit. And it's like one of the things like I was saying, like that's why when they go after people that have been through a lot and are like, suffering in some way, it's like really easy to fuck with their head. Like, well, you fucked up your whole life because of all the decisions that you made. How do you think you got addicted to crack, huh? Yeah, because of your stupid behavior. How unworthy are you? Yeah, well, feel bad. Okay, you're not worthy at all. You know what is worthy? God. Okay, you know who could make decisions for you better? God. You know who should stop making decisions? You. Okay, and then and that's like part of like, and you really internalize that shit, and then it says, then you just, because of that, and you end up getting traumatized like 7 fucking different ways to Sunday, and then you develop people pleasing behaviors that you don't even notice. You're just like, I just know that I'm hyper aware of everybody's emotions around me, and I got to make sure everybody's okay. And if anybody even like half frowns, I got to figure out a way to make them feel better, because But anyway, all right, y'all. Oh man, it feels good to be back. Let's see. I gotta rock it out of here. But thanks so much for hanging out. I'm definitely gonna be doing more of these, and they're gonna be fun. Okay, I promise. And I feel bad. I feel bad because I feel like I've been out of it for like a year, because I have. What's that? Oh, hey, if you want to support the show, you can hit the like button, please, if you don't mind. The little thumb looks like a little thumb. It's like directly there. You go. Yeah, that one. That's the one. You got it. And then you can do a bunch of other shit, right? You can become a patron. Oh, and I want to say thanks to some of the patrons. Wow, I don't have it right here, but I'm going to start saying thanks to the patrons, and I want to say thanks to the members too, because you can become a member. You can also email me at punkapostate@gmail.com. You can also you can also join our Discord, and you can do a one-time thing on Cash App, and it's all well worth it, except for the Cash App thing. Really, I mean, and I will give you a shout out, but that's kind of the only perk I can give you for that one. But thanks so much, yo. This was a lot of fun, and hey, you know, the main thing. Wait, where'd it go? Sorry, not yet. I'll say other stuff. The main thing is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate, and we will see you next time. Yeah.